Hi there, you guys. This is going to be just a quick message. So, I always get inspired every now and then with client readings. If I feel like they're going to be beneficial to the masses of people, I will share them. Of course, I will keep the client's name disclosed unless they state otherwise. So, I'm going to keep her name disclosed because I didn't. I didn't. What's up, you guys? Good morning. I'm streaming, by the way, if anybody comes across this reading later on. But if I feel guided to share a message, especially if I didn't get consent from that person, um, I won't go into too much detail. Of course, you guys can't see me. That's the point. But yeah. But anywho, so I did a reading this morning for a client. It was a telepathic reading from her divine beloved. So my intention with those reading is to tap into the things that they can't say, whether it be a blockage, whether they can't communicate with you for whatever reason, whether they can't express or verbalize what it is that they want to say to you, whether you know this person or you don't know them. So it's just tapping into their higher self and what it is that they want to relate to you. The interesting part, I'm not going to get into the specific messages that she received from this person, but the signs and the synchronicities, these are animal messages, and divine spirit has been very straightforward with these messages as far as like paying attention to animals. Usually it's numbers, numbers for some people, feathers and stuff like that, but animals are a big thing right now. So especially if you guys have been drawn and attracted to that, pay attention. Specifically, I got, and I feel like this, I can share this with everybody. For some reason, I feel like it'll pertain to you. For her specifically, I was getting that there are a few main animals that she should be mindful of or pay attention to, but they have different messages, of course, meanings to them. But for the sake of her message, they had different meanings. So, as far as, say, for example, there's a cycle that's coming to an end. There's some things that you need to let go of and release. I'm getting the sign that something has been completely surrendered to, released, let go of, something has completely ended. You'll start to see eagles, whether this is an eagle in the sky, an eagle on TV, an eagle that's a toy, an eagle on a coloring book, whatever, doesn't matter, on a coin. When you see the eagle, that's your sign that something has closed out or something that needs to be closed out. Snakes, of course, snakes represent rebirth and transformation, so that's also a key sign. Bulls and lions as well are signs of closure in this case, in this reading, in this message. They have their own meanings, of course, but for the sake of this, lions, bulls, snakes, and eagles represent an ending or something that needs to end or close or has been successfully closed out. Um, Bulls and lions could represent the Taurus energy and lion energy. Leo energy, my bad. So Taurus and Leo energy. So it could be significant endings and changes will happen within Taurus season or within Leo season or up to from Taurus up to Leo season. Another animal totem that I got to pay attention to was a deer. So in this case, deers will mean something different than what animal totem messages may mean or spirit meanings of deers. I'm getting that deers represent a sign that whatever you are intending has been successfully received. It could also be a sign to pay attention to something that you are learning. Okay. If you see a deer on your path, whether it be a deer that's a toy, a stuffed animal, deer, does not matter. Even if it's a dead deer in the road, I know that sounds messed up. Take it as a omen, a positive omen that something has been received, an intention or a goal or some sort of seed you've planted has been received when it comes to your love life, okay? When it comes to your love life. Um, Another animal totem I was getting, two actually, representing that you're on the right path when it comes to love. You'll see monkeys, you'll see rabbits. Keep in mind what I'm picking up is has nothing to do with typical meanings of animals, okay? With the exception of what I said about snakes representing rebirth and transformation. But as far as like closures and endings, snakes, lions, eagles, and bulls. Deer is representing a successful, that your intentions have been successfully received, and also that this is maybe an energy of learning a lesson or some sort of studying when it comes to love. So for monkeys and snakes, that represents that you're on the right path, that you're on the path that divine spirit is guiding you, or you're being divinely guided towards the right path. You're on the right track. Um, Another animal totem is birds, doves specifically, or a white bird. Birds are messengers and communicators. So I feel like when you see birds, often it could be representing something that's being communicated to you or something that you might need to be communicating. So be on the mind, look out for that. Um, Also, in this case, for the sake of this reading, when you see horses of any kind, that is a sign that your beloved is on their way. Especially if this is air sign or earth sign energy, or it could be in the season of an air sign or earth sign that they'll come in. Okay, so the next earth sign season we have is Taurus and Virgo. The next air sign season we have is Gemini and Libra for this year at least. But yeah, horses represent that your beloved is close by or that they're close on their way. But that's just what I'm picking up as far as the animal totems in this case. So these animals that I mentioned, their meanings are different, but as far as like what they're signaling to you, just be mindful of that. If you want to write it down later on, I'll leave this up after I'm done streaming. You can come back and watch it. If you guys are interested in your own telepathic reading with your divine beloved, you guys can check it out on my website. It will be under divine divine partner telepathic reading, I believe. Just be sure to sign up on my website before you purchase the reading. That way it's easier. Sometimes the cart acts jinky. So if you sign up before trying to purchase out, you won't have that problem with the cart deleting items and stuff. I don't know what the problem is with my website doing that. But yeah, if you guys are interested in that reading, I channeled 10 messages. It's doesn't really take that long. I like to write down my channel messages. It's much easier for me to write my messages down. So I get a lot of information that way when I just channel it before my recording and take all the messages in. But I felt guided to share parts of my clients' reading if they don't mind. But I feel like these messages, at least the animal messages, can be shared with a lot of people because I feel like a lot of signs and synchronicities are important right now, but mainly with animals for some reason. I've been very particular about paying attention to animals in cards and just on my path. I almost put down this license plate that I saw as the thumbnail for this video, but I didn't want to do that until I edited it because I didn't want to put somebody's license plate out like that publicly. But I was seeing bees Friday, and that to me was a sign that of an attraction or attracting something. Like bees to honey, and I work with honey with spell work and stuff like that, so it makes sense.